Hey beauties, it's Jayme Jo
and Jessie Massoud,
and welcome to
Skinfluence, a podcast dedicated to beauty, fashion and self-love.
Turning your weakness into your uniqueness. Before we get started, we'd like to acknowledge the custodians of the land on which we record, the Gadigal People of the Eora Nation. So a couple of episodes ago, we were talking about trends and how they are constantly coming in and out. But today we really want to focus on self-love and knowing that your body is not interchangeable and you don't need to keep up with trends all the time.
So over the past decade, I think a group of people that have had a massive impact on the trends have been the Kardashians.
Come on, we all know it. We've grown up with seeing the Kardashians in the media for a really, really long time now, and they are always at the head of the trends. They were always guiding people, and people really, really do idolize and look up to them.
And I think a major part that we want to talk about today is filler.
Yeah.
And their sort of role in this filler journey that our society has had over the past 10 years.
I think filler in general has had like a really big impact on the beauty community and just on this whole generation in general, especially that like King Kylie lip filler era. We really grew up with this in the 2010s and it was a massive part of beauty, and people who are invested in themselves, people who love to look good, and people who are really intertwined into like pop culture and media have been so influenced by this really, really big trend of like that King Kylie, Kim Kardashian filler era. Me and Jessie, we don't really have like juicy lips.
We don't have like the fullest lips, but there are ways that we do try to enhance them without the filler.
Exactly. I wouldn't say they're a deep insecurity of ours at all right now, but a few years ago when I was deep into, you know, these celebrity influencers and especially the YouTube era where every big beauty guru had full lips. I mean, I definitely felt a little bit of a pressure or like a desire to want to get filler when I grew up and when I was older. But now, because of that narrative of self-love, I don't really feel it to be like a driving desire for me at all.
So obviously, we're not trying to say that we don't think you should get it, or the people that do have filler, that it's any sort of thing wrong.
Yeah.
But what we do want to share on this podcast is that if you're feeling like you have to do it because this is what is seen as normal and that it's almost the expectation is this full lips and like you don't feel like you have that, then I think you don't have to do it to fit those trends and expectations of society. You can learn to love and adapt with what you have already.
And I'm not saying that just walk out with a bare lip. No, there are ways to kind of enhance that insecurity at home
without making a more permanent change, or if you're not comfortable with like putting the chemical in your body or the effects it may have on you, then there are other ways of doing that. Let's get into how we actually achieve a fuller lip look without the lip filler.
Jessie, this is like your favorite genre of beauty.
Yeah, but I think you've sort of nailed the lip liner compared to me. I love the lip oil, the lip care, like feeling like my lips are buttery and smooth.
Yeah.
Whereas I think you've honestly nailed this is how I achieve a fuller lip look.
Okay, that's true. But that means we've just got both two different like things to share in terms of how to get that juicy lip. Now, I really love the way that fresh lip filler looks. I'm not going to lie.
Smooth.
Yeah, your lips look full, they look smooth, and they look very like pink.
Yeah.
They look like you kind of always have just been like kissing. Like they're just so flush and beautiful.
You're funny.
Yeah. So there's like those two different sides of this look. You've got like a very effortless, juicy, plump lip, as you're saying, that doesn't need lip liner. And then you've got more of a done look with lip liner that's a little bit more refined.
I think it's going to last throughout the day a bit longer without having to reapply as well.
Yeah, so in terms of our favourite products, me personally, as Jessie said, I rely on lip liner, and that's because my lips don't have a lot of natural pigmentation at all. Like they honestly just blend
into our skin tone.
Face.
Yeah.
And because we do both have olive skin, we don't have a lot of fluctuation in terms of colour on our face in general. So that's something I'm always trying to add for a little bit more youthfulness.
Even like blush, like even our cheeks, they're not like naturally rosy.
Blushed, exactly. Yeah. We're very like one-dimensional in terms of tone. So with the lips, I love to create a lip liner.
Definition.
Very like, defined contoured lip. And I've got one go-to lip liner and I have purchased literally over 10 of these lip liners, and it is the Rare Beauty lip liner in the shade Wise.
I can vouch for this. She has actually bought 10. She's not overshooting. That's probably the number.
No, it really is. And I think I've got like 3 on rotation at the moment. So this is $30 and you can get it from any Mecca, which I love. I love Rare Beauty, as you guys know. But this particular shade on our skin tone, so we've got medium tan olive skin, it is perfect. It is not too pink, it is not too brown, but it just really helps to distinguish and just contour the lip. I like to overline my lips just for that little juicy effect, and that's definitely something that I learned from Miss Kylie Jenner. So I like to kind of smooth out my Cupid's bow, as I was saying again in a previous episode. I love smoothing it out just for a more plump doll-like effect to the lips, and I try not to bring the lip liner too far to the sides because
I'm learning this one from you.
Exactly, that can really elongate your lips. So if you're focused more on going up and down, yeah, it gives you more of a full pouty, like youthful doll-like effect with the lips. So this lip liner really lasts so well, and I don't like to color my lip in at all with the lip liner. I just like to do a nice outline and do around 2 layers just so I have some longevity.
Yeah. And then if you want a cheaper alternative that I like to use, it's the Mecca Max lip liners, and they're from Mecca, obviously, and they're $16.
Yeah, they've got some really great shades.
Big shade range,
and the longevity is honestly just as good as Rare Beauty. So they're a great option. With this, it is more of a pencil that you actually need to sharpen. And Rare Beauty's lip liner is a
twist
wind
up.
up. So it's a little bit easier to use on the go, because have you ever been on the go with a blunt lip liner and no sharpener?
It feels like you're actually just scraping wood against your lip.
And it doesn't...
Rather than getting a pigment from the lip shade, you're just getting pigment because you're making your lips bleed.
Yeah, that's so true, because you're like actually hurting yourself. Yeah, I
torment.
Hate being on the go with a blunt lip liner because you don't get that crisp look that you're kind of needing, and especially if you're like me and Jessie without very defined edges of our lips, I'm going to need to create that. So try and keep a sharpened lip pencil on you at all times. I cannot leave the house without lip liner.
Do you have a sharpener in your car, Jay?
No, but that's why I use a twist up.
Oh, she's fancy.
So that is the first step in helping to create more of a full look. Now, in terms of what we like to use on the inside of our lips, I'm going to throw that over to you, Jess, because you love these products.
I do. I love the juicifying lip products. So Jamie likes to do the outline in the liner, and then on the inside, we'll put like a nice gloss and just really make sure to keep it in the center of the lip and not smudge it too much with the outer definition of the liner. And my favorite lip gloss plumper items, I've got 2. The first is a more expensive product, but I honestly think these are so worth it. They're my favorite lip gloss. They don't feel sticky.
Yeah.
They feel really nice on the lip. They're buttery. They're not like...
Yeah, no
do you know
one
what I
likes
mean?
sticky lip gloss.
So this is the Dior Addict Lip Maximizer Plumping Gloss in Shimmer Strawberry or 001 Pink for $64 at Sephora.
So yeah, it is a little bit more expensive, but as we've said before, Dior products feel luxurious and they feel so beautiful, and you feel just bougie when you own them.
Yeah, and who doesn't want to feel a bit bougie sometimes?
Exactly. And also, if you're going to compare that to getting lip filler
cheaper.
Is obviously a lot more expensive. So it kind of balances itself out, right? That's what I'm going to tell myself.
Okay, Jay, you tell that, and I'll just use your Dior products.
Yeah.
And then for a cheaper alternative that's actually in my affordability bracket is the Lifter Plumping Gloss in the shade Blush Blaze. And this is $17 from Maybelline, and it's available at Chemist Warehouse and at Priceline. I think it's at like Woolies.
Yeah.
Anywhere that you can find Maybelline.
It's such a good gloss for an affordable price.
Yeah. The formula is a lot smoother, I'd say.
Yeah.
So it kind of is a more slidey formula, but it does look really beautiful on the lips.
And it fills out those like little cracks that we've got in our lips.
It does. So me and Jimmy got like the lines in our lips rather than when you know when people get filler and they're nice and smooth.
Yeah.
This kind of gives the effect of them looking smooth.
Look, yeah.
Exactly. And then they've also got the heat versions.
Yes.
And these are actually a plumping
lip gloss with they have spice in it.
Like with literal chili in it.
Like actual chili.
To make your lips go boop.
And it does work.
It works.
Because it does like give your lips like a little bit of that allergic reaction where it's like,
literally.
it's spicy.
Yes.
But it looks pretty sexy.
This is our favorite way to achieve that lip plump look.
Yeah, and I think both are such really, really great products. Just depends what price bracket you're in. But Dior have beautiful shades and they've got a little bit more of a range in terms of the colours that you can get.
Yeah, that's true. They've got like, I'd say with Maybelline, it can be hard to find the deeper cherry, like rich shades. They've got more of the nudes.
They're like traditional
and
colours.
pinks. Yeah.
Yeah, with Dior, you've got coral, you've got like brown, you've got these
and the shades are
shimmers.
delicious.
Yeah, they're really,
like,
really yummy.
And in the packaging, they just look yummy.
They look
They're so good.
And they look beautiful. So those are some really great ways to help you achieve that plump lip filler effect. So you've got the lip liner and then you've got a juicy product in the center of the lips. I love the way this looks on my lips, and these are my go-to products, as in I really want to cry if I leave the house and I don't have them.
Yeah, Jamie's handbag is actually just full of lip products and that's it. Like there's nothing else in there, right?
It is full of about 4 to 5 lip products at a time.
But that has to be every girl's bag. You always have to be lip ready.
Yeah, you have to be lip ready. And I think that when I was growing up, I never used like good lipsticks. I had a rough time.
Actually, Jamie, I have some funny stories. Jamie used to wear the really wrong colours, like the worst colour lipsticks possible for
my
her
skin
complexion.
tone. Oh
so
my
she went to
goodness.
Year 10 formal in this pink dress with like a bit of green on it and then like a little bit of brighter pinks. And she went with that formal dress to Priceline and made sure to shade match her lipstick exactly to the brightest shade of pink on that dress.
It was
It was
fuchsia.
like a fuchsia on her lips and against her purple blush on her face and blue eyes. Oh my gosh.
I looked clown-like.
Yeah, and it was like one of those super stay matte lipsticks that you can't rub off. Oh.
Oh, see, you guys are so lucky
Little
to have
horror
some
stories.
big sisters to
We're
help
here to
you
tell
not do
you.
that. Because that looked absolutely horrible. And I
Yeah.
didn't have a big sister to say, what are you doing?
Just a little one going,
Yeah, Jessie's like laughing in the corner. And I'm like, no, Dad, it looks good, I promise. It does. It absolutely does not. So in terms of lips, there's so many ways to kind of achieve that look. If you are a little bit insecure about the size of your lips, just know that they're probably actually in harmony with your face. And this can really help you to just enhance that little bit of that insecurity of yours so you do feel confident leaving the house.
yeah, so tune in to our next episode. We love being your big sisters and helping you to not make the mistakes that we would have made and also helping you to love yourself and love the skin that you're in.
Exactly. Your body is not interchangeable. So that wraps up today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us on Skinfluence. If you are interested in any of the products mentioned in today's episode, there are links available in the episode description on your podcast app.
If you love what you hear, leave us a rating and a review.
And if you have any questions or want us to cover anything on the potty, please reach out via our socials. Mine is at Jayme Jo.
And mine is at Jessie Massoud, or send us an email at skinfluence@novapodcast.com.au.
See you guys. We love you.
Bye.